2016, guys. It has been a great year for Overwatch. I mean, what? The game released in late May. In about, like, 6-ish months, we got, like, 2 new heroes, a bunch of new maps, you know, like a couple of events. I think 3 events at this point, right? Summer Games, Halloween, and Christmas. Bunch of new skins. I don't know, man. It has been fantastic as far as the amount of content that's been pumped out for this game. So looking into 2017 now, right? Looking into the next year, the next full year, mind you, we can definitely expect some new heroes. So let's kind of go over, you know, heroes that I would like to see in 2017. Now, if you guys, you know, out there watching this are super hardcore as to like digging deep and figuring out, you know, which are the next heroes that are kind of unreleased and teased and stuff like that, this will probably be like old news to you guys. But for those out there who are less familiar, this video is going to be pretty interesting. So let's first talk about Doomfist. Kind of the talk of the town currently because of Terry Crews, our boy Terry Crews. He had expressed interest in voicing the character Doomfist, and he kind of set fuel to the fire by visiting Blizzard headquarters and taking a picture. So now everyone thinks that he's going to be the new voice for Doomfist, which would be amazing. For those who don't know who Doomfist is, I did a whole kind of video on everything we know currently about the character, but Cliff Notes version is that he was referenced in the Overwatch theatrical trailer when the little boy is talking about Doomfist's gauntlet and Talon trying to steal this gauntlet, and he was originally supposed to be this throwaway name, but since then Blizzard has kind of fleshed out a little bit more of the lore. We can even see that there are 3 iterations of this character, each with some own version of the Doomfist gauntlet on them. Now I say some version kind of in quotation marks, right? Because one thing that I noticed is that the middle Doomfist on Nubani, the little poster there, the Scourge, that glove is on his left hand. And as you can see, the other Doomfists have the glove or the gauntlet on the right hand. So does this mean that the glove is not the same glove? Does it mean it's just multiple different types of gloves? Who really knows, guys? We don't know too much, but if you guys want more information on Doomfist, go ahead and click on the link down in the description. The second name that I hope becomes a character in Overwatch for 2017 is Liao. Now, I'll be honest, guys, not very much is known about this guy, right? I mean, presumably he's Chinese. I mean, he's got like a Chinese last name. Heck, I don't even know if Liao is a guy. I mean, could be a girl. And I'll get into why I'm saying that in a bit. Now, a little bit about Liao. He is one of the 6 founding members of Overwatch, and that's pretty much all we know. Yeah, it's pretty bad. This is actually confirmed by an official Blizzard post talking about like the Overwatch history and sort of like the storyline and things like that. I'll link it down in the description, but beyond that, there's not much we know about him or her. One thing that we do know though is from the Comic-Con Overwatch panel. They did like a Q&A. It has been confirmed that the character, the guy in this photo in the Ana Origins trailer, what people thought was Liao, has actually been confirmed not to be the character. That guy in the photo is someone else, which kind of begs the question, who is he? And who is the other chick on the other side? But anyways, yeah, those are 2 other characters that I'm kind of excited to see more of. In fact, Blizzard seems to be kind of spreading out these random faces of people that we're all really excited to know more about, because you can tell it's part of a larger Overwatch universe, right? But there's currently not too much that we know about him. But anyways, kind of back to Liao. Another theory that people are having is that it could be a girl, specifically the girl in the front cover of the First Strike graphic novel, which, by the way, has since been canceled. As of November 18th, lead writer Michael Chu made a post on the Blizzard forum stating that they're going to be placing this story, the early days of Overwatch story, on hold. And they're going to revisit at some point, but they need to kind of... it seems like they're going to be taking the story in a different direction, so to speak. Link to this post will be down in the description as always, guys, but in either case, I am pretty excited to learn more about Liao and hopefully see him or her or it released in 2017. We'll have to see, guys. Anyways, let's talk about some of the mystery characters in this game, right? The nameless ones. In this photo, you'll notice a person with a hazmat suit. Now, there's been a lot of talk around this person saying that it was an early design for Ana, but if you take a look at the actual interview with Ster and the developers, they didn't say Hazmat Guy was replaced by Ana. It almost seemed like... Here, you know what? I'll let you guys listen for yourselves.
She started as a prototype, basically as a sniper healer, as she turned out. But she was sort of this, the rough idea at the time was sort of like a chemist or some sort of biology element with like a lot of like potions and
There was that character in the original art, or the original pinups that had somebody in like a hazard suit. Was that kind of the idea?
Yeah, that came up as an option.
Oh, the bio soldier, yeah.
That's been one of our concepts for a while. I haven't quite found a home for them yet. It's a pretty interesting character.
To me, guys, that sounds like they want to keep the idea for Hazmat Dude, but they still haven't figured out a way to place it in. Not to say that Ana replaced this guy or he was scrapped for Ana. But, you know, that's really up for interpretation. It's kind of unclear as to what will happen to our favorite hazardous materials suit dude. But anyways, there's a bunch of other faces you can kind of see here in this group photo. Who really knows who or what they'll become as far as heroes? Maybe they'll never become heroes, but of the ones that really stuck out to me in this photo would be the white robot in the back and the red giant mech robot dude. I'm not exactly sure what he is, but let's start with the white robot. Some people are saying this is Athena, the god AI for Overwatch, and they're saying this white robot could be like a omnic version of the AI, like if the AI downloaded itself into a robot. I don't know. But anyways, the reason why they say that is because on the robot's forehead, you have the Athena A, which you can also find on the computers in Gibraltar. Kind of, you know, that's Athena's symbol. That's her logo. Another thing is that the robot obviously looks very feminine. She's got the womanly curves, so to speak. So, you know, it could be Athena. Who really knows? What's interesting, though, is that Michael Chu, lead writer, had actually mentioned that they wanted to make Athena more than just this random voice, the random announcer, right? They wanted to make her into a character. Now, does this mean like character as in they want to make this character into a hero character, or do they just want to give some background lore to the voice behind the announcer, right? In either case, though, in the recall short, you can actually see the white robot, or at least a white robot that looks similar to the one in the original photo, except it doesn't actually have that Athena A on its forehead, so maybe it's a different version or iteration of the Athena Omnic. One last thing that I want to bring up is that Athena isn't the only god AI or god-named AI in Overwatch. There's another one called Anubis that was locked away in containment, got loose, and, well, no spoilers, guys. So if you haven't read the Pharah mission statement comic that kind of goes into this story, I'll leave a link down in the description. Now, the other character in this picture that really sticks out to me, anyways, is the red robot, or red Omnic, or whatever, red suit of armor, red Reinhardt. Who really knows what he is at this point? But some people are saying that he could be potentially Soundquake. Soundquake was a name that was referenced to in the Overwatch cinematic trailer. He was described as having missiles coming out of his chest, but outside of that, we don't know too much. I have a feeling that Soundquake was one of those names that Blizzard quickly came up with as sort of like a throwaway type thing, much like how Doomfist was. But hopefully, maybe they'll flesh out this Soundquake character a little bit more. You see even more faces in the recall short where Winston kind of flips through all the active and inactive agents of Overwatch. I made a video about this some time ago when it first came out, but I still think it's quite interesting to watch. I especially would love to see this chick be implemented into the game. I have no idea who this is, but she looks completely and utterly badass. Now, there are a number of other characters, images, or names like Fusinator that we really don't have too much information on. And quite frankly, like, I have a feeling Blizzard still hasn't figured out what to do with these names and heroes and images, right? What's interesting, though, is during the developer update on December 21st, Jeff Kaplan had mentioned that they were currently working on four heroes. He didn't promise that all four would come live, but he did mention that one of them was coming very far along. You know, they're quite pleased with it, and that it's actually making it into the art development stages. And in my opinion, that qualifies voice acting. And as I discussed earlier, Terry Crews had expressed interest for voice acting, or being the voice actor for Doomfist, and he showed up at the Blizzard headquarters. So, does this mean that the next hero is Doomfist? Who really knows, guys? Who really knows? I mean, Jeff had mentioned that a number of the heroes are in different stages. Some are prototypes, some are more far along. So I honestly have no idea. Though I hope it's Doomfist. I mean, Doomfist is gonna be a badass. I can just tell there's just so much lore behind that guy. Would love to really dig deeper into that. Yeah, one thing for 2017 Blizzard, if you're watching this, put more stuff about the lore into the game. Oh my god, like the story is amazing. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about all of this. Are there certain heroes that you guys want to see more of and kind of learn more about? Or is there a specific hero that you want to see released sooner rather than later? And if there's any like image or name that I didn't mention here in this video, I apologize, but there's just so many of them. And if I missed it, just let me know in the comments, and hopefully you can get a conversation started, maybe figure out more about whatever hero you're asking about. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this if there's enough information. But yeah, hope everyone is having a great winter holiday, and I guess until next time, I'll see you in the next one.